Good evening, everyone. Today is day 13 of 100. And as I get off here, I'm going to finish. So tonight, by the end of the night, all of my last probably 3 weeks worth of lives will be on my YouTube channel. So today has been so amazing. I just have to share with each and every one of you. So during my 21-day Unstoppable Influencer Challenge, we had to have 2 notebooks, okay? We had to have one that was like a normal size notebook or journal to keep track of, writing down from our daily lessons or to write down our homework, because we had, I think out of 21 days, we had maybe 16 assignments. And obviously they're all voluntary. They weren't something that was required, but I knew that in order to grow and in order to get to where I wanted to be, I needed to participate and be active in the group and be fully immersed. And someone told me the other day, wow, you're really participating in a lot. Are you sure it's not too much? And I was like, no, sometimes the greatest growth happens when you emerge and submerge yourself in everything possible to go and change. Sometimes that's what it requires. Some little small movement may not be enough to really grasp and move forward. So during our Unstoppable Influencer, we had to have a regular size notebook for all of those things. And then we had to have like a little baby notebook to keep track of the little miracles, the little things that we may sometimes overlook, but they're really tiny miracles, like finding a penny finding a penny on the ground, or finding change around, or reaching in your pocket and finding cash, like abundance is coming to you. And I've talked in depth about it because the reality is, whether you believe in the universe, the law of attraction, whatever your belief system is, the Bible backs it up, okay? And there's scripture to support exactly that. So it's all about however you want to look at it, but the reality is it is real. So like baby miracles been happen all the time. Little tiny things that we so often overlook, but we really need to pause for a moment and give thanks to our Creator. Like today, I decided to switch from last summer's beach bag to a new beach bag I got for free from a store that was a little bit bigger, and I knew it was more insulated. So I go to switch and I'm moving everything, and I found not just 20, but I found 20 and then some ones. So it's like abundance is flowing to me, which is what we want. When we have huge goals in life, amazing things are happening. So I'm going to tell you that happened before we went to the pool. And then after we got back from the pool, while the last few minutes at the pool, and then I have to tell you a story during the pool. The pool story is the big one today. The big, huge miracle, recognizing, wow, God has plans for all of us. Okay, so towards the end, I have a friend that had bought, I had gotten a Mother's Day gift was coming. It was supposed to arrive yesterday and wasn't here. And I said, oh, it's not here. Well, it was delivered. It was supposed to be delivered to my front door. And so I'm sitting at the pool, and all of a sudden I had like this overwhelming anxiousness, and I was like, no, shut that down. That is not of good. Let's shut that down and let's go find it. And as I'm driving the mile from my pool back to my house, I got a text message that said, oh, it was accidentally, like, I'm 89 and it was 87. So it had been delivered 4 or 5 houses down. So I go up to this door, I ring the doorbell. My box is sitting right there, my name on it, everything. So I was able to get it, and it was so amazing that I received something that I had wanted for a very long time. But there's a story in the middle. And these are the tiny things that sometimes I think in life happen to us and we overlook. And we need to start paying attention. And that's why I loved that we had to keep track in our little notebook of the things, the unexpected events or things that happen in our life that bring forth some amazing things, good things, abundance, new friendships. So cool. So we get to the pool today. We walk in and it's like hardly anybody there. We got there like 30 minutes after they opened, so at 12:30. And yes, I'm a little tan, and yes, I had sunscreen on and reapplied twice. But for those that don't know, I may have a dirty brownish natural hair color, except I have parts of my hair that are red. My mom's dad is red, so my papa's red, and my dad is red. So I always joke I have red skin that I actually tan. It's crazy. So I sprayed on my sunscreen and we sat down, and the boys, Kale and Camden, were like, oh yeah, that kid that goes to our school. And this kid goes, oh yeah. And so he's like, him and his parents are like over yonder, right? Oh, maybe 20 feet from us. And I say to the mom, I said, oh, what grade is he in? Well, he's in first grade. Well, there's two classrooms, so two doors, you walk down the hallway, that they share a little interior hallway because they share a private bathroom so that they're not having to go to a big bathroom down the hall. The kindergarten and first grade, they have that set up. So Camden goes, yeah, he's in the next door class. So I'm like, how cool is this? So the mom comes over and starts talking to me, and her name's Amy. And Amy goes, yeah, we just moved here. So we've been here now 2 years, and they've just been here a year, and they moved from North Carolina. And I said, oh, I have quite a few friends that live in North Carolina. And for those who know me from that life, know that my brother races cars professionally and lives in Indianapolis. And because some of the people that he's raced with for years, or that I've known for years, they've reloaded to North Carolina, right? Because that's, you know, stock car racing, NASCAR, a lot of different racing environments in North Carolina. So I said to her, I have a lot of friends that live in North Carolina, because my brother races cars professionally. That's all I said. And she goes, really? She goes, our family's huge, like fans of racing. We watch a lot of racing, but I'm from Ohio. And I said, oh, well, my brother lives in Indianapolis. He races dirt track, non-wing, in the USAC National Series. She goes, how crazy. She says, my dad is at Indy right now, but he's staying in Fisher. So as for my racing family, like I always say, Indy has a loop around it. Indianapolis is in the middle. Above is Fishers. My brother lives from here's Indy Airport. My brother lives like an hour. So he lives north of Fishers, about 25 or 30 minutes. And she's like, how crazy. I know exactly where that is. So I found it the irony of, here's this newer mom. She made the comment that she hasn't made a lot of connections. And I haven't either, because as a single mom, it's sometimes hard to get roots. It's hard to make friends as an adult, especially because I'm busy with work and I'm busy with, as a single mom with 2 kids. There's just a lot of dynamics that sometimes it's just hard. And so for her to say, oh my gosh, I wonder if my dad knows him. So moral of the whole story, this awesome lady, Amy, and I just really hit it off. We totally connected. She goes, yes, we follow, dun, dun, dun. She goes, our favorite NASCAR driver is, dun, 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 Kyle Larson, which for those who do or do not know, obviously races NASCAR. We grew up with him. I think I've known Kyle since he was 5. They lived in South Sacramento area, south of Sacramento, and we lived northeast a little from Sacramento. But my brother raced at Cycle Land Outlaw Karts with Kyle as long as I can remember. I think my brother was 8 or 9 when he started there. Kyle's a couple years younger. And Kyle's wife, I mean, I knew her forever. Kyle's sister and I were great friends when we were younger. It's like, what a small world. But even more so than that, she went home, we exchanged phone numbers, and just about 20 or 30 minutes ago, she texted me and said, my dad knows your brother. He's a super fan of your brother's. And I said, well, for those who know my brother, people love him or they're not fans of his. And I mean, I obviously love my brother to pieces. He's my baby brother. Those who are in our close-knit circle or see sometimes, I call him my brother bear. We just have a great relationship, even though we don't talk all the time. But I found it so interesting that here this lady that I met at the pool is a super fan of racing. Her 7-year-old son just started racing go-karts, and that now I know her dad is a fan of my brother's and was like, I like it because he tells it how it is. And so for me, that was just, it warmed my heart. It's like we have an instant connection, and those are the tiny miracles that sometimes we don't take the time to recognize. And it's, how amazing is it that her dad's a fan of my brother's, that we have this racing instant bond and connection over racing, and we live in the same neighborhood. Of all things, she's probably, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile, less than that, half a mile from me. So I'm really excited to see where this friendship goes, especially with all the commonalities. And I just challenge you guys, as things happen, as you find change in your pocket, as you recognize the little things and give thanks for them, because they're happening for a reason. And absolutely, Shelly, we already have, our kids have already decided we're having play dates and things coming up. So super excited, but this is 13 of 100. Now I got to hop off here and I got to go finish converting everything over to the YouTube channel. So be on the lookout. If you've missed any videos recently, they'll be all uploaded there. So have a great day, you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much, and we'll chat tomorrow.